Okay, so this is a continuation from that last video. So we were just talking about cubed problems. Okay, so let's look at another one. So we have x cubed equals negative 4,913. Okay, now notice this time the x cubed is equal to a negative number. Hopefully that clues you in as to what kind of answer you're going to have. So if the x cubed problem or y cubed is equal to a positive number, you're going to have a positive answer. If it's equal to a negative number, you're going to have a negative answer. Remember, with cubed problems, there's only going to be one answer. With squared problems, there's going to be two. Okay? So to get x by itself, we need to cube root both sides, because that's the opposite of x being cubed. So we get x by itself, so then we have to do it to the other side. So we take cube root of negative, and go ahead and type that in, negative 4,913, and hit enter. And you should get negative 17. Now guys, remember we can check these problems. That's what's so nice about these, and it's quick. What that means is if I took negative 17 times negative 17 times negative 17, I should get a negative 4,913. And I do. So I'm correct. So x is equal to negative 17. Okay, let's do another one, and then we'll throw some squared problems back in there. All right, so 1 over 2,744 is equal to x cubed. Okay, so it's a cubed problem. So I need to cube root it to get the variable by itself. That also means I'm going to cube root the other side. But guys, remember, I need to see all of your work. So we're going to take the cube root of 1, and we're going to take the cube root of 2,744. So the cube root of 1 is 1, because 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. And then the cube root of 2,744 is 14. Now I know that 1 can't simplify any further, so my final answer has got to be 1/14 equals x. And guys, you can type that into your calculator also. 1/14 times 1/14 times 1/14. Use that ABC button. Is going to be equal to 1 over 2,744. All right, now on these next couple of problems, I'm going to throw them up here. I suggest that you pause it, see if you could do them on your own, and then turn it back on for me to come back and tell you what the answer was. So 625 is equal to y squared. So since it's a squared problem, guys, this is the first thing you should take note of, is the exponent. So since it's a 2, that means I'm going to square root both sides. That gets the y by itself. But guys, the exponent of 2 should also clue you in that you should have 2 answers. So when I take the square root of 625, I get 25. But then I know that negative 25 is also a possibility. All right, a cubed is equal to 8,000. Again, the first thing you want to notice is the exponent. Since it's a cubed problem, first of all, I have to cube root both sides. But it also lets me know that there's only going to be one answer. So the cube root of 8,000 is 20. I'll do 2 more with you before I get you to practice. And I'm going to put both of them up here. I suggest that you pause it. See if you can do them on your own. All right, so I noticed that this is being cubed. So I have to take the cube root of both sides. But I also have to show all my work. So I'm going to take the cube root of 8. And I'm going to take the cube root of negative 343. Now, guys, only use the negative one time. So you can either put the negative with the 8 or the negative with the 343. So cube root of 8 is 2. Cube root of negative 343 is negative 7. And that does not simplify, so y equals negative 2/7. All right, and then over here, I notice that this is a squared problem, so I'm going to square root both sides, but I'm also going to have a positive answer and a negative answer. So I need to take the square root of 4 and the square root of 121. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 121 is 11, which 2 over 11 does not simplify. So I need to write down the positive answer and the negative answer. Okay, guys, I know that's a lot of information, so if you have any questions, please, 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 please ask. Okay. All right, I'm going to give you 4 practice problems. These 4 practice problems need to be completed and checked before you can move on to the worksheet.